Good morning. Welcome to ATI Pro Media. We are live every day at 9. We are powered by advanced trading. I have to shut off my other. I'm watching me. Oh, that's scary. Do not do that at home, kids. All right. A lot of things going on, but not as many as a normal day. Normally, we come in and things just start to get wild. But probably the biggest thing I'm seeing over on my screen is that the markets are trading lower after trading higher overnight. It's Thursday. We have a drought monitor map. We have normal market action. We have a stock market that continues to go up. We have meats doing well. We're going to take a little trip down to LaSalle Street as we quote up the markets for y'all. Let's go. LaSalle Street or bust. There we are. Look at that. Oh, did I spend a lot of time in my career walking up and down that street, the great street. All right. July corn down 3.5. I'll get you a D's corn here shortly. D's corn, survey says, is down 3. July beans down 8. How are those no beans doing? Those have been very interesting. They had some old man strength a few days ago. No beans were the hero. No beans down 8. Looking at Casey wheat up 7. Hard red spring wheat up 3. Our Board of Trade wheat up 4. I'm not done. Don't take LaSalle Street off, Mr. Rick. All right. Cattle up. Feeders up. Brady will talk about that. Hogs up. Gold up. That's not necessarily LaSalle Street because when you talk gold and silver, you actually went to New York and you went to the COMEX. Oh, speaking of New York, oh my, lions and tigers. Folks, that's Wall Street, and this is a financial show that absolutely loves agriculture. Interest rates are still moving up or staying moderately higher. Looking at the bond market, which is a Board of Trade product, bonds down 13 ticks, crude oil up. Little news out about us refilling the SPR that came out. Well, we went to LaSalle Street. We went to Wall Street. Let's go to Main Street. Bring him in. B. Huck in the show.
Morning,
There he
Tommy
is.
G.
Moderate internet. Rank it 1 through 10. How you doing on internet
I,
today?
I'm almost, like a 6 or 7, maybe even an 8, Tommy. Life's
Mm.
good. Life's
You
good
got, you
today.
got the memo with the black shirt with the blue tints. We kind of like
Coordinate
we
this,
got it going. All right,
Mhm.
got it going. The cattle market. We're going to talk a little milk today, and that could be interesting. I'll pull up milk on my quotes. Talk cattle real quick, Brady. You are a cattle expert. They say full screen on Brady, so I can get milk on my quotes.
But look, good day today on the board with cattle market. Feeders are up a buck, fats are up $1. Just seeing some fun positioning, and this market really has been it's been quiet, which probably is maybe of a good thing here. We with the bird flu and all the noise there that we've dealt with over the past few weeks, it's nice to have a little calm in the storms. We'd love to see the market move higher and go higher, but sometimes just less down is actually a good thing. So maybe we're seeing some old man strength in the cattle right now too, Tommy G.
Yeah, well, that's nice to see. Nice to see. All right, grains. We were up a lot at one point last night, and we gave that up quickly. That's real selling on the open. It's funny how a rain in your area changes your perception. I made coffee this morning. I said, "What is that noise?" It
Mhm.
started raining in Valparaiso. I said, "I'll go back on the porch and just listen to the pitter pat." All of a sudden, it started into the drums playing, and we had a nice little rain here, but we don't need a rain.
Mhm.
More rain on the way for Chicagoland. In the old days, when it would rain on LaSalle Street, I mean, it may literally just rain in downtown Chicago. The markets would go sell off on a hot summer day. Psychologically, it changes my perception. Like, oh, corn should be going up. It rained again. But America's such a big place. You can spend almost a day just driving across the state of Texas. So, one thing I do know. We have concerns prior to USDA report. Ask a question or make comments. Yes, sir. Please ask a question or make comments. Is that the North Dakota, Minnesota boys? They're going to get a gap here 4 or 5 days, and they're going to go full blown here. I got a feeling parts of the country are going to look a lot different a week from now than they look now. I also think the people who have a problem with rain might still have a problem with rain a week from now. What do you think, Brady?
I agree. Yeah. And we're like, this is a time of year you're going to see those big jumps in planning progress at some point. And it may not be this week, it may not be next week, but at some point over the next 3, 4 weeks, you get that window and you see that massive jump, whether it's in the Dakotas or Illinois, wherever it's at. It seems like those windows, they come. I, yeah. rain makes grain. We talk about it all the time, and I'm excited for you guys to be wet because when you guys are wet, usually that bumps up the humidity and pushes that dry line a little further west, and is a little better for us out here in the western states too.
Yeah. If you took a room of 100 Kansas farmers from all over Kansas, would they be in a good mood or a bad mood, Brady?
A better mood, I would say, than the last few
Mm,
months.
good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, it's got a little moisture here in parts, but it's always challenging. Farming's challenging, and you got to be a tough, have some thick skin, and be tough to farm because nothing goes your way. You open that bag of corn seed, Tommy, and it's 400 or 500 bushels of corn out of the bag, and your job is to make it lose as little as possible between now and
Right.
harvest.
If farming was easy, it would be called funning, not farming, right?
I like that. That's
And
fun.
yeah, yeah, maybe we'll make a short out of that. All right. I don't know that we're going to have the world's longest show. This is why we're focusing a lot more on premium content. I believe this afternoon we're going to have Tony Dunker on. We're also going to have our friend, the land talker, going to talk about those Iowa and Illinois land prices. A lot of Iowa land prices. Interest rates have stayed elevated another month, and but the stock market's on relative close to highs, and the
It's good to see
grain
that stock
markets have
market
bounced back.
recover. That thing was
Yeah,
looking
we went
dicey a
from
week ago.
38,000 to 39,000. Looking at Dow futures, they're at like 39,300. So the high in the Dow futures was like 40,000 and 100 or something. So we're not that far off. Let's
Mhm.
talk about what we did a little bit yesterday on premium and what we're doing tomorrow. Yesterday was our day two. The day before, we did like an option that gets you through 15 days to 45 days. Yesterday, Tommy, Brady, Connor, we went November and December options and talked about that we really want to help you get this corn moved and beans and wheat before it has a birthday. So we talked about the next 100 days of grain marketing, old crop, new crop, getting floor set. It's funny how it takes the market to come down a little bit for people to be like, I need to be selling, I need to be hedging. But when it's going straight up, they have time. But then we pull it down 18 in beans yesterday, down 9 today, down 10, and it starts to catch people off. Okay, tomorrow, folks, we got an action-packed show. We're going live at 9, then we're going live at 10:45. Brady, Tommy, Connor. Then the real A team, the real media guys come on. That's Brian Bastine, Mike Reginelli, and Drew Moore, and they're going to do the deep dive breakdown. Speaking of a deep dive breakdown, we had Nathan Mangold presented yesterday to all us commercial brokers. Did a great job of just explaining to us how grain is flowing through the countryside, what to look for, why the eastern markets are the way they are, why your market is the way it is, how grain was flowing specifically out of the state of Minnesota. Very interesting how he mentioned a state and everyone is trying to get grain out of that state. Of course, there's a lot of ethanol and end users in the state. I found that very fascinating. Folks, if you're interested in signing up for premium, it's right there, www.atipromedia.com. Brady, you are a subscriber. I think people would find that interesting that even though you're a host, you paid and subscribed. Why is that?
Well, it's good content. We've got good content every day coming out with the videos, and it's not just the videos too. It's the commentary and then the text alerts. I think those are two things that we probably don't push enough and promote enough about the premium service. Is the written content that comes out with the videos, and then those actionable text alerts as well when
And
things.
then Friday, we have the producer wire that comes out too. So, four things you're getting, folks: a morning email. You're getting actionable text on days you need to know about things. You're getting up to 6 videos a week, minimum of 6 videos a week. I think this week we're going to have a few more just because there's things to talk about. Of course, you're more than welcome to always join and join us on the live show here. If you could do us a favor, tell a friend. If you don't want to subscribe, no problem. Send these YouTube videos to friends and say, hey, these guys are working for free every morning. It's making them better brokers and they're trying to make us better farmers. And there's a financial aspect to farming that's really changed with interest rates that have went up. I am qualified to talk about that. So are all of you. But I spent 20 years down in the bond pits at the Chicago Board of Trade and went to the grain pit. So I'd start in the bond pit, walk over the corn pit. So I'm extremely comfortable talking about interest rates, hedging interest rates, helping people use interest rate products to uh, help run their business. The best time to hedge an interest rate is before they go up. Once they go up, you only get that rate and moving further. No different than hedging grain crops or anything else. You need to do it before the event. We've had the event after 15 years of artificially Fed government induced low rates, we are coming to what we would call a normalization period. All right, B Huck, let's bring in the slides. Let's talk drought monitor map. We'll talk a little milk, and then we got to start smiling and dialing, kid.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So this is on the left side here is the current updated drought monitor released here this morning at 7:30. Then on the right is from a month ago, April 9th. So you can look and see that month on month change there from particularly in Iowa. That's what shocks me and stands out to me. And then I think we talked about it last time. There's just very little color. It's all white in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. Minnesota's looking pretty good, looks like. What are your thoughts there, Tommy?
Yeah, I had my friend who texted us the other day, Lauren, just 25 minutes north of Bettendorf up there. He said, you know what? We caught another 60 hundreds this morning. So that area in Iowa, I do not think will have almost any yellow in a few weeks. It takes a while for these maps to start showing the drought. The
Hmm.
farmers and the people know there's a drought happening before maybe the
Yeah.
maps do. I don't know what the actual lag rate of this is. We'd have to talk to a real weather person, but these are not like it rained yesterday and the yellow goes away. It's a
Yeah.
much longer lag, but I will find out. That's a great question. We could ask
Hmm.
Snodgrass or someone else, and we could ask Mike from T Storm how what the lag is on these maps. We get all excited; they come out every Thursday, but I don't think they're necessarily up to date to the date.
Right.
Um, yeah,
But they've
that's
been
it.
changing, and they look pretty favorable for rain makes grain, and there's people with too much and people with too little still. But as a whole, it looks pretty favorable out there currently.
Right. 1 year ago, we were literally experiencing what I would call a flash drought. I talked about it yesterday. I went to Pella, Iowa a year ago, went to the Tulip Festival, and it got hot and dry. We are not in a hot and dry. It is 58 degrees in Valparaiso, Indiana today, and it just rained. It's going to be very important if and as this corn crop starts to go in late, what's pollination look like? And if all this corn, if a lot of this corn goes in 10 days, you take 90 days after the 10 days, and well, that would be when it finished up. Take 40, 50, 55 days after the after it's planted, 60 days after it's planted. Those couple weeks of weather can be wild. It goes much better to me in volatility with the markets when the farmer gently gets a month to plant the crop, and it goes in at all different times. If you plant an incredible amount of your corn acres all within a few days, that means it should be pollinating all within a few days. Anyone wants to comment on that? They can. Any corn seed agronomy experts to be like, no, that's not how it works. It pollinates in December, right? All right, we got a question. Bring it in. Brady Huck, read that one, baby.
Adam, I can't say your last name. I'm sorry, Adam, but a third of my total acres planted, and they all have holes to replant and or uneven emergence. He's in Forsyth, Illinois, 30 minutes north of Connor B. Cool, Adam. Appreciate the comment there.
Not cool that he's not getting planted, Brady. Are you trying to make the guy feel bad? No, I know. Thank you for coming. Brady's like,
Thank
oh,
you,
that's great. Have a good day. I will send you a corn cup, and you can. You know what Adam
Who
makes me
is?
think of? I like Adam. You know those pictures on social media where it's two fans out by a field going back and forth? That's kind of the situation we're going to get in. We're only laughing because if we don't, we'll cry.
Oh.
Let's bring in Luke's comment here. What's Luke saying?
Would you speculate 45Z will be more favorable for the farmer, or will we see more one size fits none requirements? For those of us who don't sell to ethanol plants, the demand still would have helped. In-
Would you speculate on government decisions? Oof, that's just an all around good luck with that, right? Yeah, think of when people knew when crude oil had went to a level where the government said they will absolutely fill up the SPR, and they didn't do it. And now crude oil's much higher, and they're like, yeah, we're going to pay this price to do it. How the government moves is interesting. You always think of those pictures of where you see a crate of $1,000 each hammers that you could buy at Ace Hardware for $15. They do what they do, and that's that, right? A lot of people in America are employed by the government, some form of the government, whether it be the USDA or your local uh, town level, county level, state level, government level. An incredible amount of jobs in America are somehow incorporated with the government. So I don't know if they're trying to help the farmer, hurt the farmer, appease the farmer. I don't think they bought any great votes. Do you, Brady? It wasn't like, oh, that was the best ruling ever. I'm voting for this administration. I think they kind of came off like, really? That's what you guys have been working on?
Seems like one of those years where there's some feel good type politics happening to try to make everybody feel good and, like you said, buy those votes. But I don't know. It's a lot of, yeah. I don't know where to go with that, Tommy G.
Yeah. Hey, let's give away a flag. Mr. Rick, let's try our flag thing. First person to call 1-855-737-FARM. We got American flag. We're almost starting to talk politics, but let's stop. 1-855-737-FARM. First person to call, we will send you an American flag. Brady, going to be a short show. I got stuff to do. I told you if I sold the Dow Jones up 50, I'd be able to buy it a little higher. And there we go. Stock market. Grain's still down, coming back a little. Wheat's holding in there. Cattle holding in there. Who knows with those things? Big move in gold. Stock market's on a roll, but a little divergence in the stock market. The Dow Jones is up 100, but the NASDAQ's continuing to be heavy. NASDAQ market's going to struggle with these rates. Oh, we got one more question from Adam. It is what it is. Did manage to roll up my puts at least. My point around here is that the top end of the yield, i.e. the thin profit margin, is likely gone, or at least in serious danger. Just one area, of course. I will challenge you, Adam, that when you get the rest of your corn planted, I would like, because you're not far from me. I'm in Valparaiso. You're just a couple hours from me. I will harvest it with you, and I'd love to see how bad that May 20th corn is that got planted into nice warm ground into uh, I'd like to see that corn.
That'd be a good
I
follow up.
challenge you that it's not as bad as you think. Unless you're buying bad seed, you want to tell us the money you saved by buying low quality seed and low quality inputs. I would love it. I am never going to bet against the American farmer or the seed companies or the technology companies. Brady, you used to be one of those guys. You used to be selling stuff. What were you selling before you started selling?
Yep, I worked with a specialty corn project in Western Kansas. It was a fun experience. I learned a lot about the seed business, and I got to work with farmers. I got to work with the ethanol plants directly. It was a great experience. Got to travel around as well. But yeah, lots of good quality products out there, and even if it's not a good quality product, some of them seed companies like that, they got to move it anyway. But because they produced it.
No, nobody makes bad seed. Uh-oh, Adam's got a problem. 220 versus
250.
250. Will he not be ringing the register? Well,
Could
we're
be.
in, and you gotta get we're gonna need the bushels. All right. USDA report tomorrow, folks. If you need help, give us a call. 1-855-737-FARM. I got one flag to give away for free. Did not see the phone lines ring yet. What would you like to see on the show? What would you like to see on premium? Of course, if you haven't subscribed to premium, give that a shot and let us know what you think. I think a couple premium clients called yesterday and they said for $1 a day, this is a no-brainer. I said I can trust you. You could trust me by the amount we're working on this, and we're just getting warmed up here that we are definitely giving the value of the $1 a day. But if you could tell a friend about the free show, we'd greatly appreciate it. With that, Brady Huck, wrap it up. What's on your mind? What are you going to do the rest of the day?
Well, I'm gonna smile and dial and hit up guys here that I haven't talked to this week yet. We got the big WASD report tomorrow. We got a big weekend of weather, planning progress, a lot of silliness that could happen over the next 4 or 5 days. I'm excited to see the COT report after the reports tomorrow, and then the update and the changes in the planning progress. But a lot going on. Pay attention, stay dialed into your markets. We're here every day live at 9. Hit us up, info@atipromedia.com. Subscribe to ATI ProMedia Premium content for great content you can't find anywhere else. We'll see what the rest of the day holds with grain farmers and in these markets.
Yeah, I heard you're going to write your first LRP policy for milk. Congratulations. June milk.
DRP, yep.
Yeah,
DRP.
well, you got a different DP, but you know I'm saying some type of policy. Ensure that milk, boys. Look at it going up. That's a big win for the milk farmer. We'll talk about that on premium here next week. We're going to get an absolute milk expert here to rock our world and educate our clients. All right, B. Huck, Dodge City, Kansas. Tom Grisafi, Valparaiso, Indiana. I'll be on RFD at 11:45 today. We got to start smiling and dialing, buddy. I will see you tomorrow for multiple action-packed shows. See you, bud.
See you, Tommy.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.